when you could buy a stick of RAM without having to sell a kidney? Yeah, not happening anymore. So my friend Samson worked hard flipping burgers to save for a new RAM so he can play games. He goes to Best Buy online and guess what? 32 gigs of RAM now cost more than a brand new PS5? What is going on? Why are RAM prices so high and will they ever go back down? Now, before we talk about the death of gaming, let's talk about RAMs. What are they exactly again? RAM stands for Random Access Memory. It is the part of your computer that makes it possible to run software, browsers, games, and many more. The higher the specs, the faster your PC will work. All computers need one, even a simple calculator. Now that AI is all over the place, there is a massive demand for RAMs. And who's to say that the prices will not get higher in the near future? Some big tech companies even forecasted that this shortage in semiconductors will get worse in the next couple of months. So who's to blame? It's the massive data centers that need it for their AI. You see, AI data centers need to operate mega computers, which means that a single AI cluster uses as much memory as 1 million personal computers. We know that companies like OpenAI, Microsoft, and Google are signing massive contracts with memory manufacturers, and they are even locking up supply years in advance. OpenAI's Stargate project alone could consume 40% of global RAM production. 40%! And we are just talking about one company. Add to that the craze over AI. ChatGPT, Midjourney, Sora, Seedance, Seedream, NanoBanana. There are so many of them. And they all need what? Memory chips, RAM. You want to make these kinds of images? You need more RAM. Great. So why don't we produce more? Well, you can't manufacture RAM chips in your garage. You need a massive, uber-clean facility that costs billions of dollars to build these things. A 16GB RAM alone has roughly 128 billion transistors. These transistors are too small that the naked eye cannot see them anymore. You need robots to manufacture transistors today, robots that cost billions of dollars. Just to give you a perspective, back in the 1970s, a typical computer only had 2,300 transistors. Yep, that is your Intel 4004. Now, processors and RAMs have billions, sometimes hundreds of billions each. But how difficult is it to produce RAM? It's like trying to write an entire novel on a grain of rice. Except the grain of rice is getting smaller and you need to write the novel in 47 languages. Modern RAM requires incredibly precise manufacturing processes too. We are talking about creating circuits that are measured in nanometers. A human hair is about 80,000 nanometers wide. A transistor is thousands of times smaller than that. Each time manufacturers move to a smaller process node, like going from 10 nanometers to 7 nanometers to 5 nanometers, they need to invest billions of dollars in new equipment and research and development. Plus, these facilities are so clean that they are even more sanitized than a hospital. A single speck of dust can cause a catastrophic event in the manufacturing process. That is how difficult it is to operate. And who pays for all this investment? That's right, you do. And now, they don't care about you. Another problem is that there is only a handful of companies in the world that can make the chips that go into your RAM. Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron basically control the entire market. That's right, 3 companies. Now tell me, why would you manufacture RAMs for consumers when giant AI companies are willing to pay more? That is why RAMs are too expensive today. And that is why you can say goodbye to gaming. AI companies are not just buying these RAMs for the next 2 months. They are reserving RAMs for the next few years. It's like Kellogg's telling a farmer, hey, I will buy all your corn. Sure. And yours too. Yeah, and yours too. No problem. Now, there is no corn for us. We just have to eat cereals. Anyway, giant corporations know that as artificial intelligence grows, it would need more RAM for computing, and as more and more businesses and people use AI, the need for massive data centers will just get even bigger. So, who takes the damage? Us. Everyone who is not a mega corporation will suffer from this. Your grocery computers need RAM, so does your laptop, smartphone, gaming console, PC, everything. It's not just gamers who have to bear the pain of this price increase. Game developers, video editors, animators, everyone who relies on computing power to produce anything gets impacted. Schools will have slow computers. Hospitals, governments, a lot. I think that new laptops will now ship with a measly 8GB RAM. Worse, this RAM is soldered to your motherboard. which means you cannot upgrade. It is designed for obsolescence. And since you cannot upgrade the RAM, you must buy a new laptop altogether. And with laptops like that, how exactly will you do high-resource computing? You can't. Oh, I know. You will be forced to use the cloud. You'll be told to work with AI companies and let their computers process everything. That, to me, is kinda shitty. We will essentially run weak devices. So weak that we have to pay subscriptions to AI companies to get work done. Want to render a video you edited? You don't have enough RAM. Upload that file to an AI renderer. Want to play a computer game? You don't have enough RAM. Find a game that runs in cloud servers. It's not that I am anti-AI. AI will be here to stay whether you like it or not, but the government must do something to enact laws that prevent AI companies from hoarding all the chips. We can only hope, but as far as I know, a society always corrects itself. If you're new here and you like answers to the big why questions, don't forget to subscribe.